So patch 13.19 just dropped, and instantly the changes for 13.20 came out. And let's just say that these changes are not it. We have a bunch of rune changes where we are nerfing Comet, Dark Harvest, Electrocute, First Strike, Fleet Footwork, and Press the Attack, gets buffed and nerfed. Airy is... yeah, also just straight up nerfed. Water Walking nerfed, like bunch of different runes gets nerfed. Half the champions in the game just gets affected by this change for no apparent reason. On top of that, we are now buffing support items because apparently support is not strong enough of a role for some whatever reason. LDR gets a random nerf. Then we have starting items being changed to, make the game a little bit more passive early game. I'm not entirely sure. Then we have some jungle changes where Smite can no longer be used on minions and pets, because that was definitely impacting the game in a negative way. So that's really good that we moved that. Good job, Riot, on that one. Champion Smite damage changed from 20 to 160 based on level to 40 flat. So now we just get 40 damage when we smite a champion no matter at what level, which is super good. That is pretty much the same thing as the red smite, and why no one is going red smite, but we will get back to red smite. AoE damage increased from 50 to 100%. Okay, that is kind of the compensation, but the thing is that there are many junglers that already have AoE damage and don't need this. So this is like every jungler gets nerfed and half of the junglers gets some type of compensation for it. No longer grants epic monster damage reduction. Okay, fair enough, maybe not the worst. Moss Stomper no longer grants tenacity and slow resist. And Moss Stomper was, to be honest, probably the balanced smite out of all of these three. But now we're just removing the tenacity and slow resist and only keeping the shield. The blue smite, which is the OP one and by far the best one, gets reduced movement speed from 45 to 30% through brushes, and from 60 to 45% when killing a monster. That change, to be fair, is like okay. It is not bad because Blue Smite was technically the strongest, and in my opinion, what Riot wants to do with these three different smites is they want to make it that they are as even as possible in terms of different champs being able to have multiple options. But they also nerfed the red smite. Scorch Claw damage now has to be triggered from an attack or an ability instead of any source of damage. So blue smite, which was the best one, got nerfed. That one was fair. Then we nerfed the balanced green smite that probably didn't deserve to get any changes. And then we are nerfing the red smite that was completely shit and needed a buff. We are now nerfing that and nerfing everything across the board. Then we are also nerfing the base drakes and buffing soul. Okay, pretty weird change to throw in the middle of the, well, not even the middle, at the end of the season instead of waiting with these changes until pre-season. But this basically goes for every single drake, that the base drake gets nerfed and the soul gets buffed. Do I hate the change? I don't really know, but it's definitely weird to throw this many big changes. And you know why? Because World's patch is 13.19, 13.20 is not the World patch, so let's just make a random pre-season patch in the middle of the season. Turret platings are also going down, and then we have some random like champion changes that I don't really mind too much. But why is it that we are nerfing half the runes that are in the game? We are buffing support items, we are nerfing smite and jungle, and we are nerfing the bot lane in terms of drakes being nerfed individually in the middle of nowhere. We are not in preseason. We're 2 months from preseason and we get probably the biggest patch of the entire year. I don't know what's going on, but these changes are not it.